Namaste Krishna Rao garu. Welcome to IYR Talks English edition. So, in fact, we have done our first episode on Operation 1, appreciating the action of the government in trying to demolish the basis of this so-called extremists like Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen, those places and all that, point to point. So, that is what we called as Sindhoor 1. Now, post to that, Indian government has observed self-restraint. Only such are those people who wants to, who are extremists in our, we are demolished. But Pakistan, without keeping quiet, they try to, attack various civilian bases across the border. So, the government of India took a very firm stand, and then it taught a very good lesson to the neighboring state Pakistan by attacking a very important base like air base and even the naval base, and also defense bases also. And the thing, it has gone to such an extent, Pakistan has no answer as to how to counteract and even fight within India. So, they now went to the international appeal, even China and even other countries, US and everyone, they said now I think both of you should talk to each other and then call for a ceasefire. But now in this episode I just want to see the capabilities of Indian defense system, army as well as air, as well as even the water ways, how it can counteract and attack an enemy in case of dire needs and all that, how it is going to protect the civilian base of the Indian citizens. That is very, very important. I think we need to prize the total strategy being evolved by the so-called committee they have formed, and they have done, and to even to keep the morale of the people every day, twice they address what is happening, what is that, and how civilian can be can keep their cool mind, and the action taken report of what is happening in the border against Pakistan is an act which we should all applaud. And because the Indian defense systems not only has targeted the extremist base, but also they have targeted the other very key sensitive areas of Pakistan. So, this being the case, I just want your reflections on how well the Indian side, we all had a very peaceful thing outside the border areas, but kudos to the Indian army and the sacrifice and the strategies. Your reflections on this.
We have discussed this immediately after the first day operation, where our people have struck the terrorist infrastructure. Pakistan has kept quiet. That would have been the best thing to do. And then come for a discussion of dismantling the terrorist infrastructure. But as expected, they did not do it. They again started attacking the Indian side. In fact, on that day I told this, we had specific information on terrorist establishments and attacked them. If they want, they have to attack the terrorist bases. But there are no terrorist bases in India. So, there is no quid pro quo. For that, they can't come and attack any terrorist base because there are none of them in this side. So, what they have done, they have targeted civilian areas and the military establishment. And so, India reacted drastically and demolished a number of military bases, and very, very successfully and very, very pointedly. So this has sent shivers down their spine. In the process, India seems to have at least, if not targeted, just showed to the Pakistan, we can also target your nuclear establishments wherever they are. I think there seems to be that Noor Khan or something area near that, under a hill they have this. The entrance seems to have been breached by some missile sent by India, and that has sent shivers down the spine of Pakistan. Till now Pakistan has taken a stand that we will use, if required, the nuclear option, because a lot of countries have signed on to no first strike principle. So we will not employ it first time. As a retaliation maybe, but Pakistan has not signed on that. So that being the case, Indians have given a message: if you keep that option of first strike open, you may not even have that with you, because if we decide to strike your nuclear establishment itself, I think that seems to have really rattled the Americans. That's when they have entered into, because if 2 days before you see, it is the same American vice president who told this is none of our business, we are not going to interfere, and within a day they have turned around and started interfering and counseling on getting into communication system with both India as well as with Pakistan. So that seems to have led to this particular ceasefire effort which they have taken. So going forward, where does this go? India has sent a very clear message and has even now told a terrorist act is as good as a declaration of war. So that any terror attack in future, we will be striking back at you. That message India has very, very clearly done. And they have totally taken away the Indus Water Treaty from this whole thing. So Indus Water Treaty is something which is going to be under suspension, which is going to affect them very badly. So these two things have been done. Coming to the logistics and other things of this particular conflict that has taken place for about 3 days, 2-3 things have been coming out very clearly. One, our missile targeting and their deployment and their efficiency proved beyond doubt, especially BrahMos and others. So, even as a defense export, India is going to figure as an important country. Second, the defensive side, our Akash system, indigenously developed systems along with that SAM 400 of Russia seems to have played an excellent role. So we were able to deflect most of their drones and their missiles. On that also there is no. Only on the point of Air Force, yes, I think we may have to update them more with reference to the latest things. What happened is, Rafale is supposed to be one of the best aircraft on which we could have relied on. But the J-20 or whatever J-16 which have been developed by China seem to be equally effective. Equally effective, more so with a satellite linked system which is giving them some advantage. So now I think we'll have to make a reassessment of the technology that we need to develop with reference to our Air Force. That's one gap which this particular conflict has really given us. So going forward, of course, Trump, as is the case with him, is tweeting and on his social media truth or whatever it is, whatever comes to his mind, stating that I will improve trade with both countries, I will sort out the Kashmir problem. All that is nonsense. Neither India has agreed. India has a very strong, consistent stand on this, that these are issues to be bilaterally discussed and decided. No room for a third party. So I think that's what we are going to stick to. I think it's a good lesson for Pakistan to learn if they want to, but I doubt it's like that tail of the dog. You straighten it, again it will get into a curvy position. That's the way the Pakistanis behave and act. Let's see as it goes.
And in fact, now it proves that beyond doubt that there is no control of even Pakistan army on these so-called outfits, and even in the army, within the army also. So everybody is doing it, and politically also they have no control. So who is superior is the thing that is also taking place in Pakistan. So
and then internal strife. The Baluchi area, the Baluchi Liberation Army, how strong it is. They have come in support of India. So, I mean, how do we deal with them? Because from now onwards, squeezing Pakistan should be three fronts. One, water, other finances, third, internal. So, I think we should go full hog in favor of Baluchistan, and if required at a certain stage, recognize it as a separate state. And I think we'll have to have a strong plan for dismantling this monstrous, treacherous nation. There's no two opinions about that.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much.